Alright, hello there everyone. This is John from Nickthen Gaming, and we are at the end of my Golidcia development for week 3. Um, and we are maybe 4 to 5 updates away from a playable demo that I will be posting to my itch.io before I do a full release on Steam. Um, So hopefully I can get that out before too long, and we're going to keep this update uh, relatively shorter compared to the other two updates. So it's probably only going to be about 5 to 10 minutes long, since have spent most of this week really diving deep into the upgrades of the buildings and the units and adding the scripts and the colliders for them to actually start attacking each other, but it is something that still needs some development to it. But I can happily say that I have finally added the cart. So we have our cart over here, and the enemy has their cart over here. And when I build my town hall, then they start building their town hall. And not until they build their town hall do they actually start building. And yeah, I haven't changed their AI much, so they still build quite fast. And they'll go through things, at a breakneck speed. We can see over their buildings these little orbs, and that shows that units are being trained in the building. So that tells you where units are being trained at. Now they're upgrading the archery. They're upgrading the barracks, probably the training speed for the barracks. We see that they've got their king out now, doing another archery upgrade, and they're moving along quite fast. So those orbs above are one of the visual things that I added. The different towers, they have their attack added to them. And there isn't too much of a visual difference. But if I were to pause the game and kind of go into the editor, then you can kind of see some of the more visual changes. So if I go over here and I select I select the enemy clubman, we can see that their attack controller is right here. So if an enemy goes inside of this sphere, then the clubman would start attacking it. Um, and it deals damage at the end of its animation pretty much. We also have the archer. If I look at their archer, it's going to have a wider attack. Here's the archer range, so it shoots things over here. The king is a bit different. His attack range is kind of all in a circle around him, so he can attack anyone that comes up behind him. So if a clubman were to come up behind the king would be able to attack first. So we've got some promising additions added to the game. I can't quite show you them yet, unfortunately, because they're not quite there yet. And yeah, I guess I can just tell you the rest of it. So we've set up their attacks. I've set up the archer's flaming arrows, which are working really nicely. The archers are attacking other people. All of the units are attacking other units, but they're also kind of avoiding the buildings at this moment, which I will be fixing probably after this video. Unfortunately, There might not be an update for week 4 or week 5 because there's the Lunar New Year holiday coming up for when those who follow the calendar of the moons instead of the calendar of the sun has their big New Year's party, and I'll be busy during that time. And it's more like a Hanukkah than a New Year because it lasts for like a week. Um, but I will still keep updates coming out as I, not even as I make progress, but as the weeks go by. And this is one of those ones where I would love to update you, but I don't have much visual updates. It's pretty much all been script as I've gone through the scripts. In fact, if I go over, you can see some of the scripts that I've gone through, and I'm working on them controlling the movements. Here, if I make it a bit smaller, yeah, we've got the movement controller, we've got the game controller, we've got the um, controller that controls how archers shoot their arrows, how the ballista shoot their arrow, the catapult, the mage, the peasant, the priests. Peasants don't shoot any arrows. Um, but yeah, the priest healing is all done as well. And it's just not quite there for me to give you a visual representation of it working because it needs a few uh, tweaks done to it. So hopefully in my next update I'll be showing you the big war happening, as well as some other small updates like the orbs on the building, the different effects on the units, things like, this guy now working at the blacksmith, how the units now have colliders on them, which lets you actually push them around a bit. But it also helps them detect other units. And I think I'll end the video here about 8 minutes in. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you're looking forward to the next update where I can actually show you more things actually happening other than, the simple upgrades and things like that. Um, and I'm looking forward to when I get that playable demo out. Hopefully in hopefully by the end of February, early March, um, and then I'll be able to give a better estimate at that time of how long it would be until the actual playable game with the different maps and the different whatnot is released. And I would be uploading that to Steam. So, yeah, if you've watched this far, thank you. I look forward to seeing you next week, and have a great day.